guys, welcome. This is Underground Geek, and I'm just your humble video comic book reviewer. And today we're going to talk about Batman the Merciless. You know, you might notice how good it is. I can't do the voice. I can't do the voice anymore. That was my Ethan Van Sciver voice. So, guys, Underground Geek here. We're going to talk about Batman the Merciless, and I have to say, this is probably my favorite one yet. This is my most favorite one yet. First of all, I really like the cover. I mean, he's got the blood coming down. They got the good use of color on his outfit. You've got it toned differently with the bottom. I mean, look at that. Look how sick that is. You don't even know how sick that is. It's Batman the Merciless. I like the little outfit, or the little emblem too. But it's just really cool. It kind of goes back to like 80s comics, the way they used to look, except a lot more detailed. I love it. So anyway, we open up here, and if you'll notice, this Batman looks like the Adam West Batman, does he not? And she's kind of wearing the original costume. I just noticed that. I really like that. That's really cool. So it's like they're doing an homage to the old, classic Batman. This is Earth 12. And this is then. And so basically, we're hearing this story through Batman's point of view about what has happened. You'll notice Ares' helmet there. This is by Peter Tomasi, the one that did the first couple of issues of Superman, did a really good job. Francis Manapul is the artist. Tom Napolitano is the letterer. I'm just kind of like, why does it matter? But Jay Fabok and Brad Anderson did the cover. Did a great job. Andrew Marino's assistant editor. Eddie Berganza is the editor. And Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo, and James Tien, they're the ones that kind of come up with this. And by special arrangement with the Jerry Siegel family. Oh, that's kind of cool. Special arrangement. This is the first time I've seen that. So let's get into this. So anyway, we basically got the command center here. They're at Langley, and they've got all the heads of these different groups. They got Argus, they got DEO, they've got who was the other groups they had? Shade, Task Force X, and a couple other ones. So they're all together. And yes, that guy has a skull for a head. So they're basically talking about everything is gone. Like the Justice League has disappeared, the towns are destroyed, and she couldn't be happier. So as they're talking, they start really arguing. Of course, the military guy is trying to take everything over. And then all of a sudden, bam, security breach on upper level. So instantly, then we get this. Look at this. What? This is sick. This is so cool. So basically, he's talking about everything, and it's like he says, look at them, playing at war. Me, I've lived it practically my whole life. I was only 8 years old when my war began with a shot fired in Gotham Alley. Okay, we're over it. We understand. But then he says, begin with an oath to myself that whatever happened to me could never happen again. An oath that I would wage my battle justly, with rules, with mercy, unlike my enemy. What a fool I was back then. Whoa. So then it shows them fighting him, and then he starts just melting them. Look at that. Sick. And he says, I gave them valiant deaths, clean deaths, that only a sword could deliver. God, his face is melted off. Sick. So they all start fighting. They've got this huge missile called Valhalla that pretty much has little bits of everything that can kill like any superpower. And he fires the missile. They're all going at it. And this doesn't seem right at all. That something's going on, because they all of a sudden the aggressiveness is just all over them. Look at that. Is that not awesome? Look at the classic outfits. That's so fun. But anyway, and he's got his battle damage. You see there, Diana's down on the ground. Everyone else is injured. It doesn't really show any of the other superheroes, though. Maybe they were already dead. There's Ares. And so he's just staring at him. Look at him, the god of war. He says, enlighten me. The fields of fire are littered with dead. All have fallen. Who are you to challenge the god of war? I'll show you who I am to challenge the god of war. I'll just put this helmet on. He says, I will change war as its dang god. And so then we got Earth Zero. We're in the stratosphere. We're back to the present. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this is Hal Jordan's girlfriend. And so basically they are in this huge space bomber up in the sky, and they have the Valhalla in the ship, and they just got the go-ahead to fire the missile. So there they go. They're dropping. And there's everybody fighting. She just smacked old Boney right in the face. And then there he comes. He's in there. Look at that outline of the sword. That is so cool. If you was to take that right there, you could put that on the wall. It says, I stare at these so-called warriors in the war room. They fight like dogs because they can't protect themselves from my presence. So just like the god of war, it makes everybody fight when he's around. You would expect too much from them, Diana. You would expect them to band together and negotiate compromise. I miss you. As he sees a picture of her. You know, it's kind of nice. He's thinking about, look, there they are in their old classic outfits. Whoa, look at that. Cut Ares' freaking head off. He looks like Nightmare from Soul Calibur, doesn't he? Comment if you know what that is. But anyway, so then he's talking about he has pretty much defeated everyone. There's nothing else to fight. And who shows up? The man who laughs. Look, they got their little books. It says, How to Destroy the Universe for Dummies. He's got some kind of Dark Universe book. Hey, I think that is the Dark Universe book that you can buy, like that DC produces. I think that's it. It said, it's a losing war, Bruce. You're playing the game right, but the rules are stacked against you. Trust me, I've been reading up. And I like what he says here. He says, I heard his voice like mine, but it chilled me to the bone. So his voice actually scares the god of war. That may be one of his powers. But basically he's telling him, hey, you've got no time left. Like, this world is going to be destroyed. If it hadn't been for these explosions, you would have felt the tremors already. Your planet and universe are going away. He says, I have a plan. And gives him the card and says, I had nothing left to lose and everything to gain. So I followed him. And here we are. He's coming up out of the portal that they used Batman to make. There's the Court of the Owls from Metal #1. They're all coming out. You're seeing the point of view from Ares as he's coming out and kind of looking outward at everybody. Our worlds were weak compared to this one, to the one above, but together we would conquer it. And there they are standing up. There he's in the background coming out. And as he's walking, he says, against those who would call us dreams and nightmares, hopes and fears, and even if it meant making enemies of our old allies. I kept my eyes on him when we arrived. I could not look at you. He couldn't look at Wonder Woman with her waking like that. And so there's the chamber. He's looking at all the carvings that they made for Batman. There's a New 52 Batman. There he is. There's when he was resurrected. And then up till now. That was cool. That's the first time I noticed him standing there like that. And then there's his helmet, his actual helmet reflecting them in it. Isn't that cool? A lot of thought was put into this. Baptizing him in metal, the mantling making him the portal for all of us in Barbados itself. They thought they were bringing forth a grateful God. Notice how he called Barbados it. Oh, there comes the plane. It dropped the bomb. Boom! Smashed everything. But what happened? It says, what readings do you have, cowgirl? I'm not sure, Cass. Come on, tell me something. What is it? The blast, it seems to have been absorbed. My God, look down there. Are they praying? So there's the symbol, and the leaders at Langley are actually praying to him because he absorbed the entire blast. It made him more powerful. There he is carving. Isn't that a cool shot? Look at that. So he's carving it, and there he's took his helmet off now, and he's looking at the picture that he's made of Diana. He said, "You warned me of its power. Warned me once I put it on, I'd never take it off." Right as he's taking it off. Says, "I love you, Diana, and I am sorry." Look at him. Look how he looks now. So he's drawing them together. He says, "You reached for it, Diana, for the helmet, so I had to strike you down." So he actually killed Diana. She wasn't dead in his time, and she came back to. She woke back up and tried to take the helmet from him, and he killed her for it. He says, "I look at him and see the man I used to be. He fights with mercy, with restraint." Yeah, that's her old boyfriend there from our time. Says, "Which is why he'll lose, and the worlds will fall to Barbados." Look at that. That is crazy. It says, "Next, the dark nights continue to rise in Devastator #1. Devastator. What did you guys think? I mean, that was probably my most favorite of the books. It didn't even have that much action. It was just the art was amazing. I love this. You had good storytelling. I mean, he's cutting people in half and then like melting them. Look at that. He could take all these guys. But anyway, I give this book like a 9 out of 10. I really like this book, and this is going to be one of my top favorites so far in the origin stories. I like the whole God of War thing. It's fun. Look at the detail on his sword. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think about this. If you haven't read it, if you've already read it, what you think. I don't know who that guy is. That must be Zeus. But all right, guys, I'll talk to you later. Let me know what you think. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and have a great day, guys. Underground Geek out.